Hi, good day. Um, Welcome to another episode of Rod's Views, where you get direct, um, uncontaminated, thoughtful, thought-provoking views around happenings in South Africa. So let's continue on this, where I talk about post 2024 elections, where to for South Africa. And today I want to talk a bit about the seventh administration, its first lie, and they're just about still struggling to put this administration together. And this first lie relates to the swearing in of Zizi Kodwa as a member of parliament, and he used to be the previous minister of sport for the ANC, and who resigned, and due to the ANC step aside rule. So then the saga played out, and this movie in South Africa that I don't know whether it is a thriller, a comedy, a drama, um, science fiction, um, all of that, tear jerker, all of that. So this movie continues to flabbergast us, to disappoint us, um, to amaze us, to make us laugh, or to even just peeve us off. So so this saga around Zizi Kodwa has got three components in it. The one is Zizi Kodwa himself. Um, when he was sworn in, he was asked about this, and he said, well, he's deployed by his organization. He is a loyal cadre. He executes what his organization asks him to do. And he was number 25 on the list. And if you want anything further, we want to know anything further, then his organization should respond. Well, it is probably fair. So in there is a number of truths in there. So the first person that responds is then the guy who's the head of the presidency, the ANC presidency. And this guy goes on around saying that they are aware that Kodwa is going to be sworn in. He's got no issues, they've got no issues with it. And he actually defends the swearing in of Kodwa as a member of parliament, but he also obviously falls all over his feet as he does that. And then later the evening, one of the Deputy Secretary Generals of the ANC, Nomvula Mkonyana, I think they call her the first DSG, she then on channel 405, which I watched live, then goes on and indicates that she tries and walk this thing back, clearly because there's been a lot of backlash. And she says that give the indication that they were unaware that he was being sworn in, and she said maybe she would encourage him that he must write a letter to Parliament and in essence withdraw that being swearing in and inform them that he's stepping aside. And she's saying from his conscious point of view, that's what he must do. So not a definitive position, but from a conscious point of view. But this woman was now clearly taking us for palukas, or they are palukas, because surely they should have been aware, because it's from last week already. It's been all over the news that Kodwa is going to be sworn in, and Parliament clearly interacted with with his party, the ANC, and with himself. And clearly by then the ANC could have said, listen, Mr. Kodwa, we've got issues with Mr. Kodwa. Um, he appeared in court and so on, and in terms of apology, he needs to step aside. Please don't swear him in. So they were definitely all aware about this. So the seventh administration starts on a bad footing. In essence, sorry for I got sinus issues. So in essence, it starts with a lie. And the question is, what does the partners of the GNU say about this? Especially those political parties who had a strong anti-corruption slant. And but all of these one or two seat parties now wanting to be part of the GNU. What is their view about this? About the swearing in of Kodwa? So I must say that the little bit of trust and respect that I was prepared to give to the seventh administration has certainly gone out of the window. Certainly. And how honorable can these members of parliament be? Because do they know what the word honorable means? And I think there must be a high standard before someone can be called honorable. So this indicates that maybe we need to relook the legislation or the constitution or the rules around admitting people to become members of parliament. Whether they've got a court case or whether they've been impeached, whether they've been impeached and so on. Should they be members of parliament? Should they be regarded as honorable? And I think those are tough things that needs attention. It's one of the first things that needs attention by the new parliament. And we as ordinary South Africans, we shouldn't just accept this. We need to push back. They need to change that rule or that act or that constitution, number one. And number two, someone like Zizi Kodwa must be made to not be a member of parliament. The ANC needs to get him to resign as a member of parliament. And I mean, and as usual, the president is Cyril Ramaphosa, is as quiet as a mouse. So yeah, good people, I must tell you, my trust in this new seventh administration is, the little trust I was prepared to give them is gone. So let's push back. Have a good evening. Salute. And don't forget to subscribe.